が敵を食らう。
Could always use more heroes. You が我が敵を食らう。Could always use more heroes.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome on this Monday night to the Owlet
tournament. I am your caster, Hodahori, and today we've got a very important matchup here in the Minors Division. It is the 8-11 Echo 6 versus the number 2 team here in the Minors Division, Oxide, sitting at 15-3. Joining me as my co-commentator here on this special match, it is TheSavedOne. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I am absolutely fantastic and in the mood to watch some excellent Overwatch here. Echo 6
hmm
here coming off of a huge win against Quantum Charge last night, a match that they were not supposed to win. So they come off really good and have placed themselves in the catbird seat when it comes to the playoffs here, Saved One.
Yeah, definitely. When you're looking at the standings right now, Echo Six, even though they're just one place below Quantum, Quantum still has a couple of wins underneath their belt. So the fact that Echo can come back from a very I guess practice heavy week and then prove themselves, they really show that they really want that sixth playoff spot.
Yeah, and they really do, but they've got a real mountain to climb here. They're going to be playing Otter Oxide, who sitting at 15-3 are no joke. They are one of the two class teams here in the
Mhm.
Minors division. They've only lost 3 times though, but Echo 6 did take them pretty far the last time they met, and they do still think they have a shot at winning this match. A win here for Echo 6 means that there's no chance Blazing Pegasus will be able to catch them, and they will assure a spot in the playoff. This game is huge for them. So let's introduce
Mhm.
the players here from Echo 6. On support, it will be D-Seals and Recede. For the tanks, it'll be Cheese Nips, Samson, and Justine76. Your flex player is Jeffbot, and on DPS, it is Cruise Ship, Brave PLM, and Marcus. Introducing your players here from Otter Oxide, it is a Disappoint, followed by Rudolph and Litcat here on the supports. Bowl of Bowls and Kyo are listed as the main tanks. Xavier, EXE, and Pi Ninja are your flex, and at DPS, Famsu, Brutal One, and the Great One, Bird herself. She will be playing DPS here, but she will be starting on the... No, she will be in the starting lineup here for Otter Oxide, so Echo 6 better watch out. Well, let's take a look at the map listings for Week 5 here in the Owlet tournament. We will start on Busan, followed by Dorado, Hanamura, and King's Row. We'll end it on map 4. If we are tied after 4 maps, it will be Control, and Nepal will be your 5th
Mhm.
map. Any opinions on the maps this week, Saved?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Busan because you just get to get that map out of the way. Even though it's not a new map in any sorts, it is the newest map I think out of all of these. And the fact that you can kind of get this map out of the way, you get the control one out of the way, you get that one team who already has a very dominant first game. And even if the losing team on Busan just needed one warm-up game, they get to go to an escort map like Dorado. It's very simple. You push a payload to the next objective.
Now
Very simple
traveling to
concept.
Busan.
And if it the Busan kind of warms you up to what Dorado really offers.
Yeah, it absolutely does here. So we will be starting here on Busan as the teams are ready to go. It seems like we are going to be in the assembly phase, and it
Initiating
looks like
match.
we're going to be starting off here in the garden. So the big
hmm
drum in the middle for everybody who doesn't know
Yeah.
what the Busan map it is. And you get to, the point is actually going to be on the drum itself. It's very small, and the approach here is very unusual. So tell me about it a little bit, Save.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this map for a lot of reasons because it's very weird because we really haven't seen a map like this even in all of Overwatch where it's a very small point, right? There's that drum in the middle that adds for a lot of shielding if you just want to stand behind it if you get low, but even just to capture it, you need to knock a lot of people off, and
Ready
that
for
can
battle.
create a very easy team fight in a lot of senses. So as these teams start to ready up, they're thinking of all these different little strategies for this area, and I'm in love with the Pharah in particular because of how many little pockets she has in order to shoot a lot of her rockets into.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of spam here as both
Yeah,
teams, as they're lining up right now, we're seeing pharmacies on both
Five,
sides. It's
yeah.
Brave
four,
and DCL is going to be in
three,
the air here
two,
for Echo 6, who's going to
one.
be in blue, and Otter
Round
Oxide here
one.
in red.
Capture
It'll be
the
Bird and
objective.
Xavier here going to be going up. Here we go. This map is huge for both teams that they're trying to jockey for position into the playoffs here of the Minors Division. Cheese Nips here rolling around on the Hammond. Interesting start off with, as it looks like Echo 6 are going to make a full wraparound here, not directly engaging with Otter Oxide as the members of Echo 6 here trying to flank through the back. Cheese Nips here trying to sort of hook in. He does get stuck here on the wall, but he's trying to go after Sakura, and it looks like he's going to get trapped and slept here. Jeffbot gets taken out early by Sakura, so therefore it looks like Echo 6 down a man here, going to still try to sort of push this. D-Seals comes in, Viper takes out Bird in the air, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, unless Cheese Nips and Viper come back with 2 kills of their own, and it looks like here, down go the members here of Otter Oxide, not expecting the engage here. Bowl of Bowls takes Cheese Nips down, as the fight here will still continue, but it looks like the members of Otter Oxide are going to retreat, and early blood here goes to Echo 6.
That was huge. Viper just following the path with his team all around the map, and then just ends up being that assassin Genji that we all know and sometimes love. If you're the enemy, you hate him. But he just starts eliminating members left, right, and center. Nobody focusing Viper whatsoever, and he just starts to clean up. 3 kills for himself, half the team dead, and he just kind of says, all right, the rest of the team needs to clean up. But we're already into this.
Yeah, it looks like here, and Marcus is trying to look to see if he can get a pulse bomb on anybody here. He's trying to wrap around, gets a great kill there onto Sakura with some help here, as Brutal One, though, takes out the tank, so it looks like a little bit of trouble here coming in from Otter Oxide, but they right the ship here, taken down both PLM and Seals, so now it's just a matter of cleanup here on the point. Marcus is going to have to back up, does get taken down here by Massive, as it looks like they're going to get control here of the point, but 42% is a very respectable percentage here for Echo 6.
Sometimes you just have a bad first team fight, and then you come back, and then you fully push back the enemy team. The only thing we also have to look at is how many ultimates are up right now. You got the Hammond, the Mercy, as well as the McCree. McCree did end up getting a buff. You got to remember that as well. And over on the other side, you got Marcus with the Pulse Bomb. This is going to be a very scary team fight.
Yeah, very team fight indeed. Mine's actually right at the door here on the side where they flank from. And it looks like here Echo 6 not going to have a clean engage. They're trying to come in. Blade coming in from Viper here. He gets 2 right away. Fantastic. Gets a 3rd there. Brutal One going down. And Otter Oxide here having real issues with this Genji as he takes down 4. Immediate retreat here called in from Otter Oxide. My goodness, Viper really made use of his blade there.
Nobody is getting on this Genji whatsoever. So many, or just the Dragon Blade there was insane. Also, Xavier just suiciding was the right decision there as well. But oh man, Viper just going insane. You can see how overconfident he is right now too. He's just going right into the front line, doesn't even care.
Yeah, you gotta love that. You gotta love the confidence from one of your DPS players if you're really going to be doing that. Looks like Cheese Nips here. You want to lay some mines here right at the entranceway. Does catch a disappoint, so he goes down. They lose their Zenyatta here, and he actually takes 2 more. Xavier and Bird fell into the mine somehow, and Otter Oxide they're in deep trouble now. 85% on the percentage points. They might have to rush into the point.
Yeah, and they just get to keep it here at 89%. You got to really roll on over. You can see the Hammond just going around every single corner in order to try to get back to this point. But you got to get it on it very very soon.
Yeah, they're coming on right now. It's Bowl of Bowls, and it looks like Xavier's going to try and go through. Bird tries to come in with an ult, but it looks like it's PLM gets the best of her, along with 2 other peoples here. Sakura coming in with the blade, trying to get the Mercy, does so, but maybe too many kills here for the side of Echo 6. They're trying to wipe out the point, trying to finish it out, as it looks like Cheese Nips just trying to spin to win here on the drum. He's going to get it, and first blood here goes on to Echo 6. They take an early 1-0 lead here on Busan.
Yeah, and that honestly, it was kind of close because after that first team fight, the second team fight came, and Otter Oxide, you know, they started to get their footing. They started to realize who they needed to focus, but then they just ended up crashing and falling, and it just wasn't a good sight for them. Good job, Echo 6. They did not look like a 6th place team there. It looked amazing.
No, they did not. And the thing about it is, about Echo 6, they are known to be a little bit emotional. So the thing about it is, if it goes good, it goes real good for them. But the real challenge for them is when it goes bad. So right now, they're sort of riding that wave, and we'll hope to. They're hoping to see if they can sort of close out Busan here. They'll be 1 to the good with regards to the win here. And it looks like they're going to be rolling out with a very similar comp here, triple DPS with both the Genji, and as I say, the Genji and the McCree, both of them get taken down here. Brutal One and Bird just having no mercy. It looks like Otter Oxide maybe took him a map to wake up, because it looks like Echo 6 are just going to have to bail.
Brutal alone just goes, what are you talking about, Mr. Caster guy? It's just like, boop, just boops him on out, and then the second DPS goes. But it's all good. You wipe that off. You maybe come onto the point here, but it does look like Otter Oxide just want to take it, but Cheese Nip says no.
No, they're going to actually fight for it here, and it's going to be looking like
Yeah.
they're going to try to see if they can maybe get an early kill. They do. Viper does take at this point down, but they lose 2 in the process, and this is not good here for Echo 6. Echo 6 here, we're trying their best. Viper trying whatever he can here to actually win the point, but unfortunately not going to be able to do so, and Otter Oxide here taking early control here of City Center.
Yeah, even though Viper ended up getting 2 kills there, A Disappoint also ended up getting rezzed. So there was a couple of tank, couple of healers, and you don't really want any pieces of that. Plus the rest of your team ended up falling. Even though Reaper did get nerfed this patch, Brief Palm still wants to pick him because it wasn't a massive nerf. It's just like you can finally kind of kill Reaper now, so he's not unkillable anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing about it, though, he's still very dangerous when he ults.
Yes.
So we gotta watch when Brave comes out here. Blade now already coming out here as they're trying to see if they can do some more damage. Viper, again, very effective on that Blade. That's forcing the rest of the team here to sort of deal with him while the rest of everybody else will clean up. Brave PLM gets 2 in the end there, and seems to be it's a reverse here of the Garden as 41% going to Otter Oxide, almost equal percentage here, like they were on the drum.
Yeah, the 41% is definitely a really nice start. It kind of allows you to get a very nice base on the map alone. So now you just got to kind of wait to see if you can find this next really nice team fight. But cheese naps. Oh, it does get denied.
Yeah, he does get denied here. He's going to have to run a little bit as he uses that active shield to sort of survive and get away. DCL's trying to sort of keep him up, but DCL's got to be really, really careful here. Pops the Valkyrie, but Brutal One has already taken out 2 out of the 3 DPS players here, so they're going to engage here right onto the point. It's not going to be a long hold here for Otter Oxide, as it looks like they're going to have to bail, as a Cheesenip sort of just rolls off and concedes the fact that he's going to end up losing the point. But Jeffbot here just basically trying to get as much percentage as he can before he dies. They do earn about 3% more, but it really wasn't really that long of a hold here for Echo 6.
Yeah, the thing that Otter Oxide really was looking for there in that last team fight was just take out the 2 DPS and then try and get onto the point and by any means necessary, because they do have the dive heroes that are needed. They have the Diva as well as the Winston, so they could very easily get onto the point, but they just needed to wait for the picks. And luckily, Brutal alone is really good on the McCree, so he ended up just snipe shooting 2 of them, and that just opened the door for the rest of the team to get on there. But now we gotta wait to see how exactly they deal with everything.
Oh, that's how they deal with it. It looks like they will just use Bird's barrage there to sort of wipe them out. And look at this ult economy here coming out from Otter Oxide. They were on the back foot, but they've won their fights without really using ults, and now are sitting at 4 ults to 1 here on the side as Switch is coming in from Echo 6. They've just completely borked their ult economy here, Saved.
Exactly. They're just like, you know what? Let's just change up our comp last second. Let's see how that works.
Yeah, it's not going to work very well as a high noon here coming out from Brutal One. But Bowl of Bowls here ulting on an Angry Monkey is able to take out 2, takes out 3 as Bird contributes with some kills here. Lucio ult coming in and is just going to try to keep the team alive. We're taken down. We're at 99% here. Jeffbot's got to try to make it back to the point. Not going to be able to do so. And we are tied here at 1s as we head into Mecha Base.
Yeah, it's really good to head into Mecha Base with just 1-1 because this part of the map in particular is so much fun to see how exactly players play around it, because obviously there's the main playing field which has the rising and falling barricades, but there's also this high ground there, and that high ground is massive when it really comes down to it, to see which DPS do want to end up going up onto there, as well as the diving tanks if they do want to dive into the back line if they go up there, as well as the respawn points. You can either come from the top or the bottom. So there's all these little options that these teams are going to be able to go for here, and I really want to see what their strategies are.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting here. The thing I don't see is a Mei. A lot of teams like to play Mei here, just sort of wall off teams and make sure that their engages are very, very dirty, but it looks like both teams... Oh, there it is. Brutal One actually will switch to the Mei. So Otter Oxide here going to be running with that wall, so they've got to be super careful with regards to how they're set up. Disappoint actually gets an early kill on Cheese Nips, and I think this is already over here for Echo 6. They're not going to be able to do anything without a main tank. Marcus gets taken down as he's trying to retreat, and back to spawn they go, as Echo 6 says, we're going to try again.
Yeah, exactly. They just put 2 onto the map itself, and it's just the Brig and the Zarya, but they ended up getting a very nice pick onto the main tank, like how you were saying, and that's really all they were looking for, is that if you could take down Cheese Nips, then Marcus can't really do anything after that, and even just the amount of poke that's going down, you can already see Brave and Viper on half.
Yeah, as it looks like here, Echo 6 are trying to sort of figure out which way they want to go, and they know with the Mei here, they're going to get walled off if they do not go the way that they need to go. Wall was late there, was unable to trap them underneath, so now they've actually established here on the point as Chinibs takes down Bird, so that is a huge kill. Losing the Brigitte loses a lot of your healing, and what a fire strike there from Cheese Nips. They dropped the actual the freeze onto the point, but it might be too little too late, as it looks like she was only going to be able to get Jeffbot, so they've already taken the point here while they were fighting, so they're already at 10%.
Yeah, in a case like that, I feel like Brutal should have kept his ultimate just to synergize it with the Zenyatta, because you know that Transcendence as well as Blizzard can act as a really good combo in a lot of ways. It's basically an unkillable free circle, right? So
yeah.
you can use that to combo with each other, but you know they're only going to have the Transcendence here as well. You do have the Zarya as well as the Reinhardt that are slowly getting up their percent, so they're just waiting for that.
Yeah, they're really waiting for that. Cheese Nips here has the Shatter, so he's going to be looking for an opening here. They're going to try to draw him in, and there he goes. They get Bowl of Bowls, but that forces the Trance here coming out from Massive as he's going to come in. Counter Shatter comes in, catches Cheese Nips, and the counter Trance here from Jeffbot, so everybody alive. Here comes the bomb. That wall is going to go. Viper actually takes Sakura along with him, and now kills going the way here of Echo 6. Echo 6 being dominant here on the point. Freeze comes in on the Viper, not going to be able to stop them. Team kill called here for Echo 6, and they're looking very good here, Saved.
That was absolutely beautiful. Right when A Disappoints Trance came out, the enemy's Trance ended up coming out. Geoff Bot, or whatever.
Yeah.
Pronounce his name. Anyways, but his Trance ended up coming out, and then you just saw how well the Diva Bomb was timed as well. It was just all so perfect, and you could see just the amount of confidence that's coming now out of Echo.
Yeah, Trance looks like the Graviton Heal will catch the members of Echo 6 along with a Shatter. Oh my goodness, that is huge as they swing away, and that is going to be that. Echo 6 here going to be sent back into spawn, but look at the percentage. We're at 93%, meaning one fight win, and Echo 6 can capture this point and take the win here on Busan.
Well, you thought in theory that it was a decent sound barrier, and then you ended up seeing just how much the Earth Shatter was able to do. 6-man Earth Shatter, and then of course the Diva was left. It's a little bit harder to kill her, but still, it was a beautiful Earth Shatter. Amazing timing there as well, just to make sure that all 6 members ended up getting into that one, and it all was chained together. But now Otter Oxide do have the point. They're slowly coming up on that 50 mark, but another team fight.
Yeah, another team fight here, but Bowl of Bowls gets an early kill onto Jeffbot. But Viper kills Bowl of Bowls, but Bird coming in there will even back it up, and therefore give the advantage back here to Otter Oxide. We're on a knife's edge here because the kills have been coming fast and furious, and they've been relatively even. That's going to turn the favor into Otter Oxide's favor, as it looks like both DCLs and PLM get sent into the oblivion. We're at 76%. We're heading into last fight territory here, Saved.
It feels like when you have this point here on this map, you just kind of keep it for a long time until you make some sort of an over-aggressive mistake, and that's what the pattern has been so far. And you can see the immediacy by as well as Trance.
Yeah, it's a massive right here on Viper. Oh my God, Viper! They gotta get to the point as he takes down 4 on that big bomb. We'll see a replay of that, but a big shatter here from Bowl of Bowls. They're trying to sort of hold it down. It looks like Disappointed and Bowl of Bowls are the only ones left. They're 1 second away from taking it over. Can anybody make it back from Otter Oxide? It looks like Xavier's going to come back here. Brutal One is on the high ground. He's going to come down. Sakura and Bird are back. It's going to be a fight here onto the point. 99-99. They're going to see who can get the first kill here. First kill will win the point. They've got to make sure, Echo 6 here, trying to make sure they've got to focus. They need to pick a target and go for it. Brutal One gets DMEC, but PLM goes down. That is huge as a charge comes in here. Oh, down goes Bowl of Bowls and a counter shatter. What a shatter by Cheese Nips. He turns a 180 and takes everybody down with him, as it looks like it's only going to be Sakura and Brutal One left on the point. Bomb gets sent up into the air. They've got to hide, and it is Echo 6. They are 1 to the good here. They need 2 more, and they can assure themselves a playoff spot in the Minors tournament.
That was amazing. Echo 6 comes in on map number 1, Busan, and just gets such a nice advantage. You also get to see Viper here. I believe this is where he ended up getting like 3 or 4 kills here. This was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is great. Great Genji play here from Viper, and he was looking very, very good. So
Mhm.
that is going to be a little bit of unexpected events here.
Most
So
enjoyable.
Mhm.
an opening win here for Echo 6 is going to really allow them to sort of ride this momentum. They need
Oh yeah.
2 out of 3. So that's going to be very, very good and very good in their favor. Otter Oxide here
Mhm.
got punched in the mouth, and
Yeah.
they're going to want to come back here really, really strong on our next map.
Well, the thing is no matter what team you are, if you see a team that is way lower than you on the standings, you're automatically going to underestimate them. And this is exactly what Otter Oxide is doing here when they come into a series like this, right? Right now, overall, like of course they're 15-3, but overall they're 57-17.
Hmm.
So they've won 57 games. They are super comfortable playing as a team. And when they see a team that's only really won 34 and they've lost 46, they're like, okay, this is very easy, right? We come into this first map, we can very easily 4-0 them, and nothing can really come from this, right? All of a sudden they lose on Busan, and it's like, wait, now we have to play on Dorado. Right? It takes a little bit more patience in order to defend a payload. So I want to see how Otter Oxide end up adapting to this different playstyle.
Yeah, and they're going to be on offense first here too. So Echo 6 will have the advantage here going into Dorado as they will be playing defense first. And it's going to be one of those things in which Otter Oxide needed map differential in order to overcome what Flashpoint is doing. Now, Flashpoint
Mm,
officially are in the lead, but with a win here, Otter Oxide would temporarily take the lead based on map differential. But if they don't come out
mm,
of here with a win, Otter Oxide's literally stuck in second place, and they're not going to
yeah.
be able to improve their position. So there's a lot on the line for them, and they are probably talking it over right now with their team and their
Oh yeah.
coaches, trying to sort of figure out. It's like, all right, settle down, we got this.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so it's going to be very, very difficult for them. It looks like some substitutions here coming in.
Mhm.
Looks like for Otter Oxide, it looks like Xavier is going to the bench, and we're going to see Litcat here for the first time, as well as Famsu will
Yeah.
be added here to the roster for Otter Oxide. Brutal One actually going to the bench here. Echo 6 here, Marcus on the bench, but I don't see any changes in for Echo 6.
Yeah, I think Bruto did a decent job on certain characters, but I want to see what Famsu is able to do because his preferred hero is Tracer. I love watching Tracers, but I also want to see how he adapts to the new McCree meta because I know that McCree is huge right now, and a
Hmm.
lot more DPSs are starting to come out in a lot of these comps, and I love seeing different heroes come out in that sense. But if you want to be a little bit more comfortable, of course, a lot of players do want to go for the Pharah because it's very safe. You're going to have a Mercy with you, but if you want to try and counter that, McCree is perfect. So if you can substitute a player that loves to play McCree, then you're kind of win-win for
Traveling
yourself.
to
But
Dorado.
still, we're on Dorado. We're going to be starting very soon. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, going to be interesting. I'm actually going to be interested here in what Echo 6 here run on defense. You saw them run
Mhm.
on control a triple DPS comp
Ooh,
literally until they actually sort of switched there at the end, where they were
yeah,
running like
Initiating
the goats comp
match.
there situationally on mecha base. I want to
yeah.
see if they're going to run like a sort of a triple DPS comp on defense here to see if maybe try to maybe think that, well, what are they going to be running on offense? Are they going to be running a
Yeah.
2-2-2? Are they going to be running a triple tank, triple support, where triple DPS will be very advantageous? It's going to be
Yeah.
very interesting, very early mind games here between the two teams.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but over in silver, because I'm in silver right now. We like to play Junkrat. We like to play Junkrat on maps like this because the amount of AOE bombs that can be done in these small corridors is a lot of fun. So the Riptire is also really good for
Ready
that.
for battle.
But if they want to go for a little more standard, then of course, I feel like the Sombra is also kind of like an upgraded Junkrat in high elo because you can get into the backline and EMP and nobody can use any ability whatsoever. So you can kind of see all of these little comps are starting to come into fruition, and you're also seeing the goats comp come out just like you were saying. So it's very standard. 3 support, 3 tank. If you don't know what a ghost comp is, then there you go.
Yeah, so it looks like Echo 6 here are going to be running a Goats defense, which will leave Bird and a Disappoint in the air. They're going to have an advantage here, going to try to be able to shoot them down. So we're going to need to see Bird do her best here in the
Five,
air. Famsu here
four,
Mhm.
on the
three,
Sombra is going to
two,
give real problems to
one.
the front line here. So it's going to be
Attackers
very interesting.
incoming.
As it looks like they sort of change up their lineup a little bit, as it looks like Samson and PLM here are going to be your frontline tanks. with Viper here, who was on the Genji on Busan, will be on the D.Va. So, and Bird actually takes an early kill onto DCLs and got Jeffbot here looking very, very vulnerable as Rocket's still coming down here. Cheesenip, though, able to get Litcat. So so losing the Zen here early is going to be a little difficult here, but it looks like Otter Oxide is stabilized up. Brave PLM and Cheesenip goes down. Viper takes down Bird, but it might be too little too late. That payload's going to move.
Yeah, the one big thing that Bird was able to do was she was just able to constantly just output DPS. It was very, very simple. Nobody was going on to her. She was just able to fly into the air freely and really just put pressure onto the enemy and just pick after pick after pick. And it was just so insane on what she was able to do. And then now, again, flying into the air and just more damage coming out.
Yeah, and this might not be a very friendly comp here to Echo 6. It looks like Bowl of Bowls is able to take Jeffbot down here as the Angry Monkey just wreaking havoc there into the back line. They're having real tough time trying to stay together. Bomb gets sent in, will catch Samson there, and Cheesenips, though, will take down Litcat as they're trying their best to sort of hold off here. 3 men still here on the payload as Sakura gets demeched. Bowl of Bowls still surviving here. On the point, Bomb gets sent in the back. That's going to force a little bit of a retreat here, but Cheesenips and DCLs staying alive as Jeffbot takes down Litcat, and it looks like Echo 6 here have stabilized. They took a lot of front-end damage there, but we're allowing no movement on the payload, and it will be a retreat here from Otter Oxide. Otter Oxide probably a little shocked that they didn't actually capture point A.
Yeah, it was weird because Cheesenips and D-Seals were like, you know what, we're gonna stay on this payload. We're gonna try and output as much DPS as possible. As weird as that sounds, support's dealing DPS, right? But then Bowl of Bowls was like, all right, I have my primal. I'm gonna try and go into the back line here and output as much DPS as possible. And somehow the supports ended up out DPSing the one tank. But another counter engage and Birds already getting 3.
Oh yeah, that was a great hack there by Famsu. I think they didn't really need to use that EMP, but they're just trying to make sure that they capture this point. Everybody else from Echo 6 going to have to bail. They saved their ults here, and it's going to be a little bit of an ult fiesta as we get into the streets phase here on B.
Well, it wasn't anything too complicated. You get onto the point, kill whoever's in front of you, and then continuously go with that tidal wave. And this is exactly what we ended up seeing. It's just the payload ended up getting moved. Even though the Zenyatta is still on it, he is trying to push it as fast as possible while the rest of the team just tries and gets any picks that they can.
Yeah, and on the defense here, you're looking at 5 ults. Basically, it's 5-5 here. Sakura's going to get the bomb here very, very soon. Viper on the high ground here, just trying to see if they can push a little bit of the members of OO back, but it looks like Bird coming in here with an ult. PLM takes Bird down as the barrage just didn't allow her to move around and do anything. But it looks like PLM goes down and suffers for it, as it looks like a bomb gets sent into the back here. Samson able to block it, so nothing on the bomb here. They're just sort of fighting in the neutral, but they're allowing the payload to move very, very far up. Fight here now going the way here of Echo 6 as Sakura gets demeched. Litcat's going to have to run. She doesn't want to get picked off here, as it looks like the Echo 6 here have stabilized, but they've given up a lot of space. The members here of OO did their job making a good initial push here on the payload.
Yeah, where the payload is right now is usually where the payload is going to get stopped when you eventually push it past that first point. So it's nothing out of the ordinary to see it here, which is really nice. But it's a good start, I think, so far. For Otter Oxide. Of course, they want to push it a little bit more, but E6, they're putting on a very nice defense so far, and I want to see what else they're able to do, because there's currently 3 in the back line.
Yeah, as it looks like a Graviton here will catch no one, as it looks like it didn't actually catch EMP into the back line there. Will Samson and Jeffbot get taken out as the monkey has been in the back? Bomb getting sent here by Viper onto the payload, will not catch anyone. PLM, though, get a late cat here onto Litcat, so the payload will move slightly, but it's only going to move slightly here as Bowl of Bowls here trying to sort of move out the members here of Echo 6. PLM here trying to survive as best as he can, as he's trying to focus on the D.Va. Bird using that barrage again will catch PLM down this time, so no death for Bird here using the barrage. The Pharaoh here very, very vulnerable, but it looks like Echo 6 making a huge aggressive push here as D-Seals and Viper get 1 each, as a disappointed Bowl of Bowls here are going to have to go down, and it is forcing a retreat. I think that payload moved 6 inches here, Save. It did not move far.
Yeah. It did not move far. It's a very nice place. This payload is like, I'm going to stay here, and I really like my spot here, so it's going to stay right there. But an amazing defense hold that was coming in there. So Definitely the right switches. You can definitely see a huge difference from Samson from the other guy that was switched out. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, but he is an amazing Reinhardt, and he's really doing his job. But another push comes in.
Yeah, another push comes in, and it looks like Echo 6 not going all the way back here. They're just going to stay in the little Hacienda Hotel there as a bomb gets sent into the air. Will actually catch a disappoint. He did not expect to get bombed there as a Transcendence comes out here. Litcat did it basically to save herself, as now they're going to try to push in, get some space here. Bowl of Bowls trying to make some room here by attacking the back line, but instead it looks like they're only going to get it around the corner because there's just nobody else to sort of block the rest of the members of Echo 6 to just sort of push on them. We're at 40 seconds here as Famsu is going to use that sort of transponder to sort of run. There's an EMP possibly coming up in the next fight, and they're going to need it to win that fight to push it all the way through.
The thing that's weird is that Bowles is trying to get into the backline and distract the backline team as much as possible, but there's so much peel that it's coming out from E6, and it's really helping the rest of the team out. Another push comes in. I want to see if Otter Oxide can peel a little bit better.
Yeah, it looks like here, but they do get a good initial kill onto Jeffbot. Lucio ult comes in, will wipe them out, and BAM! Sakura gets a huge bomb on the back of that EMP, so nothing Echo 6 could stop it. Lucio ult came out, but that immediately got nullified too, so they timed that perfectly, and I think they've got a free run here onto B.
Yeah, they definitely have a free line of sight onto B. I don't think yeah, I don't think E6 is going to get anywhere close anytime soon. But this whole entire inside area is a whole new playing field because you do finally have a limit, and it's very tight corridors as well, so you can already see Cheese Nips getting caught out.
Yeah, Cheese Nips getting caught out is not good because they usually use momentum here to push through. This is a very hard defensive spot here in order to get to push and break through. So the offense has to use sort of stagger kills to make themselves some space and actually get that payload as far as they can. A lot of the times the payload will get stuck here underneath the bridge, but they're still going here as the team has allowed to sort of just reset. And now as the payload move under the bridge, Bowl of Bowls doing what Bowl of Bowls does, which is basically hanging out in the back, trying to mess up the supports. Bomb gets sent to the payload, not going to be able to do anything. D-Seals gets killed, but Samson's takes out Disappoint again as he was taken out like last time, but Samson going down is huge. No main tank here for the side of Echo 6 as a Transcendence comes in here. They want to lock up this point as it looks like the payload though is being very much locked down here by DCLs, who is not allowing the payload to move. All the kills here going the way of Otter Oxide, and finally they're able to move that Lucio off as it looks like they're going to get, Samson's going to charge in, but he's all alone. It looks like here comes the hamster as PLM here trying the best he can to send this into overtime. PLM hooked onto the payload here. 5 seconds left to go. They want to zero out the clock as best as they can. Oh, bomb comes in! Another huge bomb by Sakura. This time takes Seals and PLM along with him as it looks like Cheese Nips here is just trying to survive on point. Not going to be able to do so. Samson gets taken out, and it is a completed map here for Otter Oxide. They do it in overtime, but it is still an achievement here on Dorado, which is a very tough scene.
Yeah, it definitely took a decently long time for Otter Oxide in order to fully get that second point. But once they ended up getting that, this third point was just no biggie. They ended up just fully pushing that in, and all it really took was one team fight and a lot of peel. So really good job by Otter Oxide. They know exactly what their strengths are. The other thing that kind of concerns me is you started to see their weaknesses on that second push because they weren't able to fully push the payload until a lot of minutes went by. So I believe it was around 5 that ended up going by until they were fully able to be like, all right, guys, let's come together and let's try and push it. So that's kind of where my only concern lies, but they were still able to push it all the way. Now we need to see how E6 responds to this. Are they going to be able to push it all the way? And really only time will tell. And I want to see what comp they start to come out with.
Yeah, it looks like Bowl of Bowls here will stay on the Winston, and the thing about it is he was in the back line so much of E6 that he was basically, what he was doing is trying to see if they could get him to focus on him and then just jump out and let the rest of his team have payload, but he was getting killed in the back line more often than not, so he had to be super careful here, and I think E6 here can punish that same sort of play if they can
Uh-huh.
allow sort of Bull of Bulls to sort of come in and maybe draw him into sort of a bit of an ambush. So got to be careful for that. So he'll be on the lookout for that. There's no Diva here to go along with him, so he doesn't really have
Uh-huh.
that much of a cover because you see Cheese Nip,
Yeah.
Samson, and Viper here running a weird sort of an interesting sort of like triple tank
Yeah.
here, very mobile based on what we see.
Yeah.
So this whole thing is just designed to hit the high ground of the defense here on Otter Oxide.
Yeah, they've got the triple tank as well as, you know what, just add a Pharah into there. Why not? Right? She's a great hero. So I want to see if Famsu's able to get into the backline and try and EMP whenever possible. You can currently see him on that right side, just, you know, doing somber things, no real question, but Viper already getting a nice pick.
Yeah, nice pick there by Viper, but Bull of Bulls actually
No one's
takes
on
out
the field.
Jeffbot. But that's going to be fine here because they really aren't really giving up very much. Jeffbot also
Yeah.
in already for the res here, so Samson going down though, that might be problematic as they really haven't really moved the payload a little bit as they're
Exactly.
just basically looking for initial kills. So they're looking to see if they can just sort of pick people off and maybe turn these fights into sort of upside down 6v5s or something like that.
Yeah, kills is definitely great, but I think they definitely should have kept the Lucio on the payload just in case, you know, just keep him on there, move it up just by a little bit, even though they've all regrouped back onto it. You see the Winston right now on high ground, he's looking for some sort of a flank and he's going for it.
Yeah, he's looking for it right now. This is who they need to punish. They need to get Bull of Bulls here once he gets into the background and then make this a fight for their own. Sakura getting really pounded here with rockets as she's going to be forced to sort of back up. PLM already has his ult, so he's going to be looking for a big barrage here, maybe trying to hit the background. There's the barrage comes out. He gets punished for it, but it looks like there is a rally coming out here from Bird, and they're going to push the members of Echo 6 back. So Echo 6 here gathering up ults, but not getting any movement on the payload. That's not good.
Yeah, the EMP was beautiful because it totally blocked Samson. That's why he ended up diving there. Samson wanted to dive into the backline and just use the primal, but then the EMP ended up coming out and it totally just denied that whole entire play because that was kind of like they're open. Right? If Samson ended up using his ultimate, you could have separated the whole enemy team, all of Otter Oxide, but now the Diva Bomb coming out.
Diva Bomb comes out here trying to see if they can catch any members here of Otter Oxide. Not going to be able to do so, but they get space, and that is super, super important. Samson ulting here into the back, pushing basically the supports out of the way here. Gets Litcat as a consequence of all of that, as at this point goes coming in. Graviton in the backline here is able to get Viper down. But it looks like they've switched positions as the members here of Echo 6 here are now really just solidly in the square. Cheese Nips comes through, is going to get deleted here into the background. This has not gone well here for Echo 6. Minute 30 here left onto the clock as PLM just trying his best, lets the ult go here, catches Bird down before he gets taken down himself. A little unadvised there, but maybe he's going in for a switch.
Yeah, I think that's ultimately what he wanted to go for. Maybe even just like a last call. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
He does want to go for the diva at the end of the day. And we also touched on this right when the game started. It's like, yeah, they're going for the two tanks plus the Pharah. And now they're finally like, okay. They're like, okay, let's go for a triple tank. Let's see how this works. Maybe it's a little bit better, and they're gonna try and team fight right here.
Yeah, as it looks like the Rhine here got hacked immediately, so Samson's going to have to deal with the backline as at this point Famsu basically just trying to be annoyances in the background. EMP comes in, will catch 4 as a Graviton comes in, will catch Samson and Jeffbot, but Jeffbot actually takes Sakura down. This fight still on a knife's edge, but it looks like the kills here going the way of Otter Oxide. 30 seconds left to go, and Otter Oxide with a huge advantage here. They're looking good to cap this, to make sure they get a full hold here and even up the series.
The thing that's huge there as well is they ended up killing Viper way after the team ended up dying, so you can kind of see the respawn times and how much that really affects as well. Famsu in the backline, even though he only has about 20%, he's just kind of looking for any picks that he can get. He got the hack onto Viper, which is massive.
Yeah, and TCL's going down here. It is not good here. Starting your overtime period, down 1. Lucio ult comes out. Everybody is the benefit of that, but a Transcendence. It looks like they're layering their ults here on Otter Oxide. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but maybe they just want to assure the win here. And Samson going down, that's probably going to be that. No main tank here. Cheese Nips goes down. EMP comes out. DCL's here, still able to sort of pull out the Transcendence, but there's nobody to heal. Nobody's going to be the benefit of that as DCL's trying to hold on to the point. Desperation time here for the members here of Echo 6 as Seal's here going to get moved off of the payload.
Wow.
Full hold here from Otter Oxide, and we're even at 1s as we go into halftime.
Yeah, 1-1 at the end of all of this. And I think the main problem that came out of Echo 6 there, at least on that push, is they just weren't able to synergize ultimates. They kept using them just like kind of at last second and didn't really take into fact that they had, a couple of more pushes. So if they just came together as a team and ended up doing that, that would have been great. But you also get to see a nice Diva Bomb. So that was the 3-man right there that you saw for the highlight. But Echo 6, man, they just were not on the same page there when they were on attack.
No, they looked very, very sloppy there, and it was just
Yeah.
one of those things in which they couldn't get the ult timings right. They couldn't come together correctly, and it was just a whole bunch of we got to start over, and we're gonna have to reset. And yeah,
Mhm.
that's going to be that here. So we're tied at ones here, leading into halftime. Next map is going to be Hanamura. We're going to take a little break here as both teams here are going to go in for switches. But when we come back, we'll we'll give you a preview of Hanamura. So stay tuned.
The world could always use more heroes. The world could always use more heroes. always use more heroes. You know, the world could always use more heroes.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. It looks like the teams here are back. Echo 6 and Otter Oxide here have switched places. So Echo 6 here now will be on offense first as we head into Hanamura, our third map, of the day. Saved. Hanamura is an Assault 2CP map, and Echo 6 really need this. So this is
Mhm.
one of those maps that you go for it all or you sort of play defensively.
Yeah.
How do you like Hanamura here and Echo 6 chances?
Well, I think that Echo 6, they were kind of more they did love the diving style of certain maps, right? And that's why I don't think they excelled in a push the payload type of map, but definitely on Hanamura, it's capture point A and then point B, right? So they love to play the Winston Diva. I think that's definitely what they were excelling at different points. So I think that if they can come together as a team and pull off that combo, I think that definitely Echo 6 can take it on attack if they ended up doing that. On defense, though, it's going to be a little bit more tricky because of what Otter Oxide are used to. They're also used to that dive style, but they are a little bit of a better team, at least on paper. But, from what we saw there in match number 1, I don't know. Echo 6 are looking pretty good today. So definitely 50-50 for both teams.
Yeah, I think that we're pretty even here going into Hanamura, and it's one of those things in which I want to see a little bit. I want that aggression coming in from Echo Six to stay up there. I want
Mhm.
them to sort of push them in. They're going to be on offense first here, so they've got to break the choke here at the
Initiating
door, and it'll
match.
be interesting to see here what Otter Oxide try to set up. Bird has been playing on that Pharah for the last
Yeah.
two maps, so she's going to be raining rockets down if she decides she wants to go with the Pharah again and disappoint going up into the air, which means that a goats comp might not necessarily be the best thing here for
No.
Echo Six, but if they can just sort of play from shade to shade, get on the point, and then force a bad position, possibly from Bird,
Mhm.
that might be a thing that they can do. But we're still in the assembly phase as both teams here
Yes.
are trying to sort of figure out what they're going to run. We'll definitely see what the defense here is going to go with in a second, and it
Ready
looks
for
like,
battle.
based on what they choose out, it looks like it's going to be a Sombra Goats comp.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what I was thinking for a little bit is that Bowles loves to play these tanks, and he was really, really good on the Winston. He loved to dive into the back line, but now he gets to play on a little bit more of a defensive side, and he has to pull out the Reinhardt. You can't really play a Winston when you're playing on defensive map A on Hanamura. It's a little bit weird, but definitely I love seeing the Mei come out as well as the Symmetra, because Symmetra is can pull off some really crazy things with her teleport as well as her little turrets. So I want to see what Marcus ends up doing to combo that, and as well the Mei, like I was saying,
Yeah.
the Mei is really good at walling some people off. It's pretty basic, but Mei is amazing on the map like this.
Yeah, and it looks like here Marcus actually got hacked right away. It looks like here from Pie Ninja on the high ground, so not going to be able to
Yeah.
teleport right away as they're getting an early pressure here. And again, Marcus gets hacked again, so they're not allowing the Symmetra to sort of do anything, and it's just being like a sort of a constant nuisance. Famsu and Bowl of Bowls here have sort of extended out a little bit. There's the teleporter, so everybody going in, and it looks like they're going to go under the high ground. They lose Marcus right away, but Cheese Nips takes out a Disappoint, so that is going to be an early kill. But
Famsu.
Famsu takes out Cheese Nips. Famsu takes out Jeffbot. My goodness, as Lidcat takes down DCLs, this push is donezo, as Viper here is going to make a run for it. Brave PLM not going to be able to do anything, and they're able to hold here, and I think that was possibly on the back there of Pie Ninja being able to just annoy the piss out of Marcus.
Yes. That's exactly what I was thinking, is that Symmetra is in the backline that whole entire time, and then finally Symmetra says, you know what, I don't care anymore, let's just do it. Immediately teleports onto high ground. Not everybody is on the same page there, and then just the immediate disengage and just the destruction coming in from Famsu was insane there. And you're right, Pie Ninja was so weird, and just there's Shatter.
Oh, counter shatter coming in from Bowl of Bowls, showing I am the dominant Reinhardt here. You know you shall bow down before me. As it looks like here, Otter Oxide showing their dominance here at the doorway. We've got 2 minutes here left on the clock, and they haven't had as much as a snip here through those gates without a teleporter. It's going to be a little hard for them to get through.
Yeah, definitely haven't been able to really get onto the point yet. Already 2 minutes going by, and they have to change up some sort of a strategy. They got the Goats comp coming out, but nobody can deal with Pie Ninja. He's currently in the backline of 5-man.
5-man EMP is going to say goodbye to Cheese Nips, and back to spawn they go. They're not going to be able to do anything. They don't want to give up any ult percentage. That's the last thing that they want to do. But they're stuck. I mean, we're at 145 left here, and they really need to do something. They really only have Jeff Bot's ult, but a Graviton coming in from Viper here could be huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that definitely could be very big, but you also have to look at the ults that are already up. They have the rally as well as the grab.
As it looks like it was a sneaky grab here, but Cheese Nips taking out Famsu. Uh-oh, they were trying to get a little cute here, and a Graviton here will catch Bowl of Bowls. They pull out the Transcendence, but Bowl of Bowls goes down. So 2 main tanks here down for the side here of Otter Oxide, and now it has gone wrong on this defense. Lidcat here getting the benefit of the shield here from the Lucio, but no, they're going to actually give up the point A here. It looked very sketchy here in the beginning for Echo 6, but they were able to get it with 3 ults in the bank. They're looking good to snowball.
It's definitely very standard for teams to take the point A on Hanamura, but obviously if you cap it earlier, then you get a lot more time. But now, even though 4 minutes is enough time, it did take them 3 minutes in order to get that first point. So I think that if E6 can defend this, and it can mean a lot, but they're immediately going in for the dive.
Yeah, they're going to go immediately onto the point here and try to see if they can sort of work their advantage. Bomb comes in, takes Disappoint and Bowl of Bowls down. EMP coming in, but there might not be enough damage to deal with what's on the point right now. Bird is getting just basically teamed up on Lucio. Ult comes out here, will try it, will catch 3 members. What a fire strike there by Cheese Nips, as now it is stall time. It is going to be the full stall in. Transcendence comes out here from Litcat to try to make sure that they can keep this up, as it looks like they're going to have to sort of come back. No ticks here on the point, as Disappoint is still holding on to the point. Great positioning here by the Lucio. Not going to give up anything they don't need to. Graviton will catch Famsu and Disappoint. Famsu gets taken down here slowly but surely. They're winning all of these fights. Transcendence comes out here to make sure that they just move Bowl of Bowls down. Disappoint still alive as he's just trying to survive. Litcat finally gets taken down, and now they've got 1 tick. 4 members on the point. They've got 2 ticks. Now it's just a matter of making sure Bowl of Bowls doesn't do anything. He gets taken out as he tries to charge in. Famsu and Pie Ninja trying to stall out as best they can. Pie Ninja goes down. Bird trying to stay alive. The shield is coming up. Disappoint comes in with the shield. Charge comes in from Cheese Nips. Gets nobody as they were trying to see if they can force a kill. Litcat here on the Moira trying to take down anybody she can. Big shatter here from Bowl of Bowls as he comes in, catches 5, but moves himself off the point. He's EMP coming in from Pie Ninja, but nobody going to be able to capitalize. And it is Echo 6 catching the point. But they did have about a 2-minute stall there. Oh, my voice is gone.
I was just gonna say, take a little bit of a rest, man. That was play-by-play casting for like 2 minutes straight.
So tell me what happened in that push. It looked like Otter Oxide were just in stall mode the entire time.
It was both sides on full-on stall effect for the whole entire time. Trans after trans after trans, and then just a lot of stalling coming in from both sides. The one thing that they just had to do was just kill every single member. Very obvious, right? Do one basic task, but with just the Moira coming in and how much mobility that she offers, as well as the Zenyatta with how many transcendence they both had over the span of 2 minutes. It was just absolutely insane. And they finally have to now defend. So it's a complete switch. And I want to see what E6 ends up doing here on attack.
So the interesting thing here is the fact that it looks like they're going to be going for goats here on for the defense. So what they're anticipating is probably a goats offense here coming out from Otter Oxide. But OO here has Pie Ninja again here on the Sombra, which says to me she's going to flank around and try to see if she can catch Cheese Nips from the high ground here, and then they're going to try to rush in. But I'm not exactly sure if that's really what they want to do. If the early fights go wrong, then they just probably wait for the EMP and just sort of go in on that. So a lot of options here from Otter Oxide.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting what we see.
I was mistaken. E6 is on defense, so they ended up getting 2 points there. All right. Just so that everything is clarified and no one is saying, Caster, you got it wrong. But yeah, you're definitely right. Just the immediate pushing coming from Otter Oxide and just the 1-for-1 started all off.
Yeah, and the thing about it is it's a 1-for-1 support trade, but remember, they do have spawn advantage, so all of these kills going on to E6 is just very, very bad. This is all in the favor here of Otter Oxide. So even though they might win this fight, they might lose the war in the long run.
Yeah, definitely. There was a couple of members ended up getting traded there, and E6 ended up defending that beautifully. Even though they did lose a couple of members there, they are coming back for the respawn. But I do like what Otter Oxide is trying to do here. They're trying to get the Sombra on the high ground. They do end up hacking the Reinhardt. He ends up getting very low.
Yeah, down he went, and that was exactly what I thought they were going to try to do, as it was sort of, Bowl of Bowls had built up his Earth Shatter, as just couldn't use it. There was just nothing that he could do there, as now it looks like it's just a matter of time clearance here, and they're going to be able to clear the clock, and they're going to get over 6 minutes here to cap point B. Otter Oxide here look very, very good.
Yeah, E6 ended up getting 4 minutes, and they still took it in just 1 minute. But still, the fact that Otter does get so much time here in order to cap this point is huge. They have more room to make mistakes, but if they do end up capping this, they still got to go for multiple tiebreakers, so they got to cap it as fast as possible. So they have a lot of time.
Yeah, as the engage will start here, EMP is going to come in, and there it is. Pi Ninja trying to catch everyone, and they're just trying to snowball here based on that EMP, and they got a good one because they got most of them, as it looks like the fight here will only be stalls, as it looks like E6 here having a tough time surviving on point. Viper not going to be able to use the Graviton, nobody to use it on, as it looks like here a solid take here from Otter Oxide, but Graviton finally comes in.
Nice
We'll catch the members here of E6. Down everybody goes, and here comes the ticks. 1 tick here, 2 ticks here. Marcus trying to come in, gets melted before he even hits the stairs. Viper gets hacked before they come in, and a very quick take here. Otter Oxide says nay to your defense. So going to be a huge time bank here for Otter Oxide, over 5 minutes, I think. 5:35 here on the clock, which sends Otter Oxide back on a defense and Echo 6 into another offensive push.
Yeah, beautiful offense coming in from Otter Oxide there. Just taking that point with style as well. You ended up seeing the grav come in kind of at that last second, because the one thing that Otter Oxide needed to do there was just eliminate the last 3 members, right? I thought the 3 members were gonna live for a little bit and then hopefully stall at the point, but then the grab ended up coming out, just eliminating all 3 of them was massive. And you just ended up seeing just how much domination you have when six members are on a capture the point. So
yeah, it actually went really well for them. I mean, like Pi Ninja had EMP right as they got on the point, and it was perfect how they executed that.
Beacon in place.
And now it's just kind of the same style where Otter Oxide are going to be going onto defense here, and they're really going to try. They're going to try it out. Even though E6 they kind of have a dominant offense, we saw that a little bit. It did take them a little bit to finally to capture the point. We'll see if they can do it in 3 minutes, but it's 1 minute less than what they had before. So quick maths there, but we'll see if they can do it.
Yeah, PLM here on the Sombra is going to try to see if maybe they could do what Otter Oxide did to them. Maybe try to get the high ground, get Bowl of Bowls, and Bowl of Bowls actually takes PLM out. So that was a little early, but Bowl of Bowls gets charged and killed. So losing your Reinhardt this early, not good at all. So even 5v5 here. So they're going to try to see if they can head onto the point and maybe just hold it there. Bird is in serious trouble, got grenaded and swung on, and down goes the Brigitte. So another trade here, though, as Pi Ninja is able to take Marcus down. Cheese Nips has been huge. Gets a kill on Litcat. Will come to the point here. Is going to get healed up by Jeffbot here, and they're going to be able to take this point. There's really nobody else here. Disappoint trying to be a nuisance, hanging around the belt, gets slept. What a sleep dart there by D Seals, and instead of being able to stall, Famsu there is going to be able to hold. They got to stay on point here. Guys, make sure that you get the ticks. Now they're going to be able to come on point. Looks like the members of Otter Oxide here are finally going to bail, and they're going to capture the point. They're only going to have about 2:20 left to go to see if they can get a point B here.
Yeah, I believe they did end up taking it in 1 minute last time, so they do definitely have enough time like they did before. So I want to see if they ended up going for that. You also got to look at the ultimates, right? Lucio has the sound barrier as well. Cheese Nips does have the Earth Shatter, so those are absolutely huge to use right here. I want to see when he ends up using them, because it really can mean the difference between winning a fight and not as well. You see Sombra in the backline.
Yeah, Sombra in the backline, and Cheese Nips got nano boosted as he got sent flying, and Viper got a 4-man kill, as now it looks like they're going to wipe them out. Everybody died. They're going to get 2 ticks. Can they cap them out? No defense whatsoever. Otter Oxide got boomed in the corner.
It was just all 4 of them ended up dying up there. Oh my goodness! And then just the absolute rampage onto the point. And you gotta also touch on the Sombra getting the EMP there at the end. Didn't really do anything, but you gotta touch on it and just BM. But definitely a nice push coming in there from E6. Nice.
That was absolutely fantastic. They
Yeah.
used the EMP bomb combo there pretty much. Well, actually, they just sent the bomb into the corner with a nanoed Rhine, and that
Yeah.
gave them the fear of death as he came in just sort of like, hello, I am Cheese Nips and I am nano boosted
Yes.
and I am here to kill you, oh, and meet my
This-
diva bomb.
exactly. There's nothing that you could do versus something like that. But then now they go on again. The defense, right? And the one thing that opened up the window for Otter Oxide to get this first point was the one pick onto Cheese Nips. We got to remember that from last time. So
Yep.
definitely have to watch out for the Sombra to see where exactly she's going to be going, because that's the big thing, is that is Sombra going to be getting onto the high ground and hacking one of your most important members.
Yeah, so we're going to follow Phi Ninja here just to see where he's going to go. So Phi Ninja's probably going to go into the high ground or not. Looking like he's going to rotate, making sure that there are no Sombras in the area to get onto. So now it looks like he's going to put a hack right onto Viper. But Bowl of Bowls here was counter-hacked, actually, by PLM. So Bowl of Bowls not going to be able to do anything, and Phi Ninja going down, getting caught with a Fire Strike. So not going to be able to move in here. So good hold here coming in from Echo 6. They're doing a pretty decent job here. There's 5 minutes on the clock. That's even more time than you actually get on a standard stage here.
Yeah, it's definitely really, really good that Cheese Nips ended up getting that one pick. It definitely meant a lot just for this push in general. But now you can see Bullet Bulls really wanting to go in there and deflect as much as possible. But the Earth Shatter.
Very quick shatter there, and is able to go into D-Mech and kill Phi Ninja, who had switched onto the Diva here. So conceding the Sombra fight to PLM is huge. They have 4 minutes here, so I think what I think Otter Oxide's going to try to do is they're going to try to take it slow, honestly.
Exactly. I think that since they have a lot of time, they get to sit back and just say, you know what, let's just try and take it a little bit more slowly and go for a more methodical type of push. But you can see right now, Bullet is going right into the front line.
Oh, Nano Boosted Rhine here is Cheese Nips getting a little aggressive. It's going to force the team back because Lidgat got taken out by Viper, and these just little micro picks here. One pick is just enough to send the team back.
Yeah, definitely. You got to definitely look at what ultimates were up, and with a Nano Rhine, he's allowed to go into the front line, deal a lot of damage, and force the team off, go back to heal, and definitely reset. The pick was just kind of adding on to that, but the rally coming out now.
Ooh, great counter shatter will catch Disappoint, and Bowl of Bowls. Bowls of Bowls got slept and taken out. That was great. He came in being very, very aggressive, and his aggression cost him here, but it looks like the members of Echo 6 have started to fall back onto the point as Otter Oxide trying to exert their will. They look like it was going to go the way here of Echo 6, but not going to be so much. Echo 6 though getting 2 big kills here on the Burn and Litcat. So evening out the fight a little bit as Cheese Nips trying to basically take out Bowl of Bowls, who is now back. Very, very hearty charge here as Cheese Nips now falling back. Bullet Bowls goes back. 3 minutes on the clock here as they're trying to hold them back, and they're doing a relatively decent job, but they're in trouble now as they did trade some kills.
The one thing that Otter Oxide didn't do there was coordinate that push onto the point together as a team. They were almost just kind of like, all right, get onto the point by any means necessary, and don't really kill anybody or eliminate anybody that's in front of you. And that was a massive, massive thing there. But now you can see the ultimates. Almost every single ultimate over on that side of Earth Shadow coming in.
Oh, and a big EMP here will catch them all into a Graviton, and down goes Famsu, and back again to spawn go Otter Oxide. They realize no Zarya, no push, and we're getting into a little bit of desperation time. Remember, they need to capture point B too, and they've already wasted a good 3 minutes here trying to even just get through the doorway.
I believe 3 minutes is the time that E6 had in order to get onto the point, and they did it so incredibly fast. And now Cheese Nips in the front line just get nanoed.
Oh yeah, bomb getting sent in. Great placement of the bomb, and down go Litcat and Bowl of Bowls, and E6 here doing some huge things. This is super, super important to them. The more time they can kill, the better they have a chance of winning this map. 150 here left on the clock. I think Echo 6 might be out of ideas.
Yeah, I have no idea. They're just like, I don't know. They definitely don't have any ideas left here, but E6 is doing such a good job defending this point, but Otter Oxide, they just got to go in.
Yeah, they just got to go. They're going to try to see if they can go on the back of that Earth Shatter as they sort of come in. Litcat takes down Cheese Nips, but Litcat gets taken down in the process. So 1-for-1 trade here. Graviton catches Bird and Bowl of Bowls. Can they do damage? Yes, they can. They both go down. Disappoint is really low. Bomb will actually get Jeffbot here as Bird survives and Disappoint survives, and it's just a matter of clearing out now. Pie Ninja takes down Mark, and Marcus goes down. I think E6 has finally lost the point. Bomb getting set here into the area, in the middle area there. Not going to take out anyone as Viper is able to take down Pie Ninja. This point is going to turn. If I'm Echo 6 here, I fall back to the point. I know there's only going to be about a minute left for me to defend, and I just defend point B and win it there.
Yeah, exactly. You really just, you look at the 42 seconds and you're like, you know what, team, really good that we ended up forcing them to really take the full 6 minutes, and then now this team only really just gets a little bit of time, like you were saying, just to capture that point. But it was kind of weird. Like Otter Oxide have constantly been trying to go for coordinated plays, but then finally when they're like, you know what, let's just go in and see what happens, it finally works. So you can kind of see a little bit of the strategy just going out the window, but finally, again, Bowl of Bulls going on to the point.
Yeah, as it looks like here, EMP is going to come out here from PLM. He's going to catch everyone as Litcat got taken out before she could even use the Transcendence here. So we're down to basically one fight. Cheese Nips takes down Bowl of Bowls. They just need to finish off everybody here on the point. 26 seconds left. Disappoint's got to run. Diva's going to run too. Pie Ninja gets away. They're going to get away here. 20 seconds left to go. They have 4 ults here, but the defense has none. So there is a possibility here. If they can get a push in, they could take this point.
Yeah, the Diva's going to be on the point within the 10 seconds. At least she is setting up for that, as well as the Reinhardt with the charge coming through. But they got 4 seconds to get onto this point.
Yeah, Earth Shatter does not catch anyone. That's one of the ults here. The PLM here on the Doomfist trying to see if he can get Bowl of Bulls down. He gets sent into the back wall. Lucio ult here now trying to keep Otter Oxide alive. Graviton will catch the members here of Echo 6. 3 kills coming in, 4 kills coming in. They're going to be able to cap this in overtime. Can a bomb be a savior here for Echo 6? No, it's not going to be able to do so. Overtime starting to tick down, but it's 5 men on the point. They're going to capture this in overtime. Nobody's going to be able to come out for Echo 6. Jeffbot comes out in time with a Lucio ult. He's going to try to save it. Charge comes in. Actually will catch Bird in the distance. Transcendence here now onto the point. Graviton will catch Bowl of Bulls and Litcat. Can they turn this around? There's no Reinhardt to swing. He got charged off the point. Here comes Cheese Nips here, going to charge. He got booped off. Charge again. Try to catch Bowls of Bulls. All the kills have been going through Otter Oxide. Their ult economy was what won them that fight.
This game is close. This game is so close, man. 6 minutes of full-on domination from E6, and then finally Otter Oxide just say screw it, and they get onto both points with really nothing to lose, and they just end up winning both. Now, again, 4-4. They still have a little bit of time left, a minute 40. And I think from what we've seen so far out of E6, they can use and really utilize this minute 40. They are really good at using minimal time in order to get a point on a first push. And even on a map like Hanamura, they're able to get it on point B, which says a lot about a team.
Yeah, and really here, all they need is 33%. So they don't even need the full point. So
you're right.
This is one of those things in which the team can just sort of say, you know what, basically what Otter Oxide did when their backs were up against the wall, just said, screw it, we're just going to go. And honestly, this might be one of those times that Echo 6 might not need to sort of overthink this and just say, screw it, let's go, and just capture the point. If they can get onto the point here and force Otter Oxide to sort of fall back and win that brawl, they will have the advantage going into our 4th map here. So 6 seconds left. Both teams looking like they're coming out with very similar comps. D-Seals here on the Ana and Litcat on the Zen are really the only differences. Other than that, it's going to be a mirror comp. So here we go. Minute 40 here. Can Echo 6 save their season? They need a win here to give them the advantage and the leg up going into the 4th map. So they're going to hold up here at the door. Cheese Nips and Viper just being a little hesitant. There he gets the bubble. They're going to go. Here they come. The charge comes in. Will catch Bird. But Brave PLM got taken down. But it's a 1-for-1 trade. But they lose support. Bowl of Bowls goes down here. Big advantage here coming in for Echo 6. Echo 6 just needs to get to the point here and take down Famsu. They need to just sort of force down. Oh my goodness! Cheese Nips got taken down. He got melted by Famsu. Famsu's got huge energy. They're going to end up winning this fight here. Viper gets remeked, and it looks like here now they're going to be able to just sort of stream in 3v1 onto Famsu. They just need a tick. There's nobody here on the point. Can anybody from Echo 6 come in? Here come Bulls.
Nice
They
sleep.
get it. They get it. Echo 6 take Hanamura and take the 2-1 lead here on Oxide.
Even though Echo 6 was guaranteed a tie, they still wanted to go for the win. Just that little tick is all they needed. And even though Oxide put up an amazing fight, they Echo 6 were able to take it. Oh, and that was amazing. Good job by them. You also get to see the Diva Bomb. Whew. 4-man. That was sick.
Yes, very sick. And what's even sicker is the scoreline. It was a 5-4 scoreline on Hanamura. So we got our money's worth on that map, folks. So I think there was a lot of talking there during the break about what they were going to do going into Hanamura, and both teams got it right. It's just the time management on the side of Echo 6 just slightly better. So this is the situation. So this breaks down into this. Echo 6, who weren't really in any way favored to win this match against Otter Oxide, have one game out of 2 to basically lock their spot into the playoffs. So, nervousness around. Talk to us about how something like that can affect a team, because you got to believe now, like the team is sort of shaking a little bit. They know, they see the objective, but it's not there yet.
Well, when you face a team like Quantum Charge, they ended up facing them and winning. You kind of just say, like, let's just do it, right? Let's just get into this, and if we lose, we lose, right? Good season, everybody. But if we win, then we have somewhat of a playoff chance. And all they really need to do in order to secure a playoff chance is beat Otter Oxide. So now they're coming into this, they're at match point, and they're all they all have nerves, but I feel like the coaches and I feel like the team morale overall is very positive. They're like, you know what, guys, good job. We're we're into this, and we know exactly what to do in order to win this game. And you know what? I think the Echo 6 right now is saying, let's not celebrate just yet, even though we ended up winning 2 maps in a row, and even Hanamura, like we literally just saw, was super close. They still have to keep their calm. They still have to keep their cool. They're going on to King's Row right now, and I want to talk about that as well in a little bit. But it's a completely different play style, and it's going to be really just testing Echo's patience as well as their dive potential.
Yeah, and let's talk about King's Row here for a second. This is by far the favorite map of pretty much everybody in Overwatch. They love this map. So, the thing about it is you can play all sorts of different configurations on the point A of this map. You can play dive, you can play quad tank, you can play triple tank, you can play quad DPS if you really, really want to. And the offense has a huge advantage because they can sort of scout out, figure out what the defense is running, and literally run a counter against them. So this is just one of those things that we could literally see fireworks. But Echo 6 here realizes that they don't need to win this map. They can draw this map, and they can basically walk out of here, head held high with a win and pretty much lock up their spot in the playoffs. So, everything here is up for Echo 6. But, Saved here, tell me, what do you think here? King's Row, just so many options. What are we going to do?
Well, there's definitely that chance of dive, and I think both teams have that warm up under their belt with the Hanamura, and I think that the Reinhardt is definitely a better pick here than the Winston, even though Winston theoretically is a better diving tank because you can just jump into the back line. Reinhardt allows you just to take your team step by step and really just block the rest of your team, and also pairs well with Zarya. And I think that's what Echo 6 was really looking for, is just what is a tank that we can protect the rest of our team with and also just move into the map. And they found that Zarya Reinhardt combo, which was really, really good for them. So I think right now, if even both teams just want to go for that very basic play, and go for just the Reinhardt and Zarya combos, and that would be beautiful. But then another thing that I was kind of seeing a little bit of a hover by Pineage, I don't think he's going to fully lock in it, but is the Pharah. And the Pharah is really good on a map like this because of how much air control you have, and also what different angles that you can take on just different angles, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing about it is at this level, you don't really have very many widows, or at least good
Mhm.
widows, in the sense that like
Right.
to be able to pick off like a ferret in the air. So it's going to be one of those things in which they could run the pharmacy if, let's say, Echo 6 decides to run like a goat's defense
Uh,
and just sort of fire away, like infinite amount of rockets into
Ready
this
for
defense. And
battle.
as I say, the goats defense, that's what we see. We're going to see a goats defense here come out of here of blue in Echo 6 here in blue. They've switched to the defense on this map, so they
mhm.
will not be going first. So Otter Oxide here will have the
Attackers
courtesy of going
incoming
first here,
in
and
30
it looks
Yeah.
like they're
seconds.
tinkering with their lineup a little bit. Xavier going onto the Widow, but in a
Yeah.
goats comp, a Widow is not going to be very useful. Going to be shooting into very, very heavy comps.
Yeah, you kind of have very limited options on what you can really target, and I think the only thing is the thing I'm thinking is just the Zenyatta. But even still, you have a lot of defense behind you, right? You have Marcus that's going to be looking out for you. You got Viper that's going to be trying to eat most of them, as well as Samson with the giant shield. So you're looking at all of these different defense mechanisms, and I want to see how you kind of get past that. But just as I say that, they got the Lucio coming out. So,
It is
you
the
know,
old caster debate. So it looks like
hey,
here.
now.
So it looks like a hack here early on onto Jeffbot here. So the strategy here is try to use the Sombra to isolate and see if they can pick off anybody. As Viper actually will catch Bird down. Bird's just been really, really unlucky here with them trying to sort of pick on her here on the Brigitte. As early kills here coming in on the side of Otter Oxide. So Otter Oxide's here just sort of fighting short-handed, but they're trying to see if they can push some sort of advantage. But it looks like Xavier going back here, and it's an early hold here for Echo 6. They realized 3 more minutes, and they would be in the playoffs if they're able to hold.
Exactly. They just have to. They just gotta wait a little bit, right? Just try and hold that point as much as possible. And they played a really nice first team fight, so if they can try and hold again, that'll be really good. But the second team's not coming in.
Oh my god, what an early shatter there by Bowl of Bowls. He catches 2 with that, but he catches catches death in the process. 2-man trade here as 2 members of, looks like of Otter Oxide both go down, but Pie Ninja, huge on that Sombra, trying to see if they can finish off the fight here. Cheese Nips going back as Viper gets demeched, getting hacked in the process. Echo 6 here is not going to be able to defend, and Otter Oxide here are going to be able to take point A. Pretty decent fight with good time on the clock here.
Yeah, Otter Oxide ended up losing that first fight, just getting picked off just by a couple of members, but then they ended up coming back and just really securing that point, which was good for them. Now they get to just push a payload while the rest of the aggressive tanks just try and go into the front line here. You can see already hammers are being thrown.
Yeah, EMP in the back here, just going to mess up what Echo 6 is trying to establish here, but 3 big kills already. That was not the way we thought that fight was going to go, as it looks like here Echo 6 actually is able to sort of stop OO right in their tracks, as they're forced to abandon the point here right after the arch. Actually, pretty decent defense here. Jeffbot actually is trying to sort of relocate back with his team, as somebody has gotten into the background here. They're trying to sort of ferry back the remaining members here of Echo 6.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going on back there. Maybe a couple of resets, maybe just coming back into the back line just to regroup with the team, which is pretty standard. But you can also see just the amount of the ults that are up at all 6 of them. So you really are thinking there's no way that they can lose this team fight.
And they start off with a big kill as Samson fire strikes Bamsu into oblivion here. Another fire strike here. Will try to push them out. Bomb actually gets placed in a decent spot, but no deaths, as Samson, trying to be as aggressive as possible, sees the Discord orb on Bowl of Bowls and is going right after him. Down he goes here, and Echo 6 looking massive here on the first corner defense here, as they're down to about 3:23 here on the clock. They're doing what they need to do. Saved here. It's looking really, really tough here. Still a bit of an ult advantage, though, on Otter Oxide. They should be able to use that to sort of try to push this going forward.
You can still see Sombra in the back line there, just trying to charge up the ultimate whenever she can. But you can see hear the rally going out, means the charge is underway.
Yeah, and there it is. Earthshatter comes in, will catch the members of Otter Oxide there, but a Graviton combined with a Transcendent, they used too many ults there. It looks like they overlapped their ults there. That might be problems. So now it looks like EE is going to have to sort of fall back a little bit. Cheese Nips got caught in the middle of nowhere, but D-Sills catches Pie Ninja. Big Shatter comes out, not going to be able to take anybody out, but Marcus gets taken out by Bowl of Bowls. And here come Otter Oxide. They're charging down, takes down D-Seals and Jeffbot as they're going to move the payload a little bit, and a reset going to be coming in here from Echo 6. D-Mech here on the Viper is huge as they're going to try to use this momentum to finish off point B.
Yeah, they keep Lit Cat on it as well, just shove the rest of the team off of the, or just basically clear the way so that the point can finally go to the third area. They're gonna still have a lot of time as well in order to take this this third point, but Samson wants to go in for the charge.
Comes in for the charge, not able to stop it in time though, as the point B cap is on. 3:33 here is plenty of time to capture point C here in on Kings Row, as they are snowballing through this fourth point, as it looks like they're just pushing the Otter Oxide here, looking, Bowl of Bowls gets thrown into oblivion there, as Bird is able to sort of finish off Cheese Nips there, but unfortunately they lose their main tank into that boop. Famsu and Marcus here trading damage, but Famsu gets the better of that one. Payload in the meantime is just coming around the corner as down the stretch she comes. Samson and D-Seals here now trying to sort of push up. They finally stall it here at the second corner as they're trying to get any kills they can. Cheese Nips here gets down Famsu, as it looks like here as Samson gets taken down. They're able to sort of pause as what they're doing. Cheese Nips regroups here with the rest of the team. Jeffbot falling back, and now a reset here coming in from Otter Oxide. No pause in the fight here as Bowl of Bowl sees no Reinhardt, so free Shatter on the way, but Transcendence comes out here from Jeffbot. Great Graviton, followed up with a bomb. Are they going to be able to block it? Yes, they can. Nobody gets caught here in that bomb. So, but Viper and Samson do get the swings, and now it's going to be a fallback here for Otter Oxide. They realize this fight is lost. Back to spawn they go with about 2:20 on the clock. Pie Ninja gets left out, and I think we're going to see a pause here. Yes, we do.
I don't know if anyone saw that, but you basically, what I saw is Pie Ninja walked from the front of the team fight all the way to the back left corner, and nobody touched the Sombra. It's just a Sombra running in the middle of the team fight, and it just ended up kind of falling right at the end to Viper, but that was hilarious. But just at the end of that team fight, a decent team fight coming in from E6 just to try and push that a little bit more, but again, you ended up having the disconnect. So the unpause is going to come through, and they're going to try and defend the last little bit.
Yeah, they're going to try to defend the last little bit here. 2:14 here left on the clock. It looks like it was just a random blizzard occurrence. That rando disconnect that really gets people sometimes, and now here they come. 2 minutes on the clock here. They're going to need to come around first corner, and Samson and company here realize if they can get a stop here, they can have a real shot of winning this map. So here they come. They need to get an early pick here to send sort of Otter Oxide back, and they get it. Bowl of Bowls goes down, and here comes the rest of E6. They're going to try to push on here. Down go two other members here of Otter Oxide, and back to spawn they go. They're going to kill about 10 seconds here on the clock. 130 is going to be left. That's one. They've got about 3 fights left.
E6 again with an amazing defense coming out here. They just know exactly what to do here with the Reinhardt. You can kind of see Samson when he was really trying to go aggressive, it wasn't really working, but now he's with the rest of his team and it's working. Grab going out.
Yeah, Grab goes out. Jeff out there with a great Transcendence. Oh, the Shatter and the Boop sent people into oblivion. Down they go into the Omnic land, down below Kings Row, and it's now there's no defense. There's no one to be found. Everybody's in spawn. They're coming down the stretch. Lit Cat and Xavier going to see if they can sort of dance on the payload. Here come the members of Echo 6. They're going to be coming in as a group. They tried to Shatter, not going to be able to do so. Bomb comes out, not going to be able to get any. Graviton catches the team. AMP, Shatter coming in. All the ults are coming out, and all the kills are going the way of Otter Oxide. They want to get some time left here on the clock. They don't want to hit zeros. Otter Oxide looking dominant here.
Well,
Viper forgetting about the point. He needs to get back on the point.
Yeah, just a little bit forgetful sometimes. You get caught in the heat of the moment in the back line. You just really want to charge it, but then the payload ends up getting shoved with 37 seconds left. That was so close. But now it's just completely other side. You got to wait for the other attack to come through. I want to see what E6 is able to do here because they were on defense there and they held it decently, right? If they end
Yeah.
up getting all 3 points, then Otter Oxide only has 37 seconds in order to get onto the first point, which E6 were able to defend the first time around. So I want to see if they're able to get all 3 points. We know in the past they've kind of stumbled when it came to these pushing the payload type maps, specifically on
Dorado.
map 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Dorado. Mhm.
They weren't even able to get point A. So if they're able to get at least a point here, that'll be really really good. But Viper ends up disconnecting. Maybe it's that glitch that you were talking about.
Yeah, I think what's going on here is just technical difficulties abound here with teams disconnecting randomly. It is 11 o'clock here on the East Coast. This match has gone now
Mhm.
for what is about an hour and a half now, according to the stream time. 1 hour 35 minutes, and nervousness setting in for both teams. I think. Just a little recap of what's really on the line here. Echo Six, if
Yeah.
they're able to win this map, will solidify their playoff spot and basically go into the playoffs as the 6th seed. Now, Otter Oxide does have something on the line here too. They want to win to basically get a better record than Flashpoint, but they don't. At this point, the only way that they're going to be able to win is if they're going to win in 5. So they're only going to get a
Mhm.
+1 here, and that's not going to help their differential a lot. So they would be hoping for a win by Blazing Pegasus tomorrow in order to lock up the #1 spot if if they wanted to get it
Mhm.
that way. But then by coincidence, if Blazing Pegasus win and Otter Oxide don't, then Otter Oxide gets sent packing out of the playoffs. So lots of
Huh.
connotations here that happen into the
if
playoffs.
if
So it's
if
very, very interesting.
a lot of if statements
Oh,
to be
lots of
made
ifs.
here.
Lots
Yeah,
and
I
lots of
love it.
ifs.
I love it. Definitely as casters, you're just like you love to hear if statements because it creates such a nice dialogue. But anyways, but definitely
So
looking at this match in particular, Viper. We have no idea where this guy is. He's currently not connected to the game just yet. He needs to get back here ASAP because I am on the edge of my seat. Don't know what to do with myself. So
yeah,
I
I
mean,
think I think the rest of Twitch chat also on the edge of their
yeah,
seat also. So they're looking to see like what
Pog
is going
champs
to
too.
happen on the site here. But with the extended delay, let's bring up some Twitch comments here to see what people have been saying here about this match as the Owlet tournament here. Now the 26 viewers here on the Owlet tournament, just realizing that there are difficulties swinging. Paco El Taco in the channel. Shout out to you, buddy. I see you there with a big old smile. So it looks like they're just talking. I think everybody's just very enthralled here with what has been
Hmm.
going on in this match. Uh, Cristiano Ronaldo's got. Yeah, I'm starting to recognize all of these minor players here, just trying to
Hmm.
see what is going on as they're still trying to get connections here. Oh, looks like D Seals is back. It looks like they're actually going to be
Nice.
back here. Xavier saying that they're going to be ready, so I'm going to make sure that we set this set to go. So like, oh, there we go, and
Hmm.
looks like they are back. So here we go. Not enough time to mess with Twitch. So so 30 seconds here to start off with. Echo 6 here will be on their push, and yeah, they're just sort of fiddling around with what they want to run.
Mm.
You're probably going to see Sombra Goats here again from Otter Oxide. They need a
Mhm.
completion. So you were right.
Yep.
They were having issues on Dorado. But this is sort of a hybrid. So therefore, they didn't have any issues on Hanamura. So they know how to win a point. It's about
Yes.
escorting that payload down the point that they have issues with.
Hmm. And it is a different playstyle where you just go immediately from dive into a team fight type setting. So that's definitely the big factor that we have to look out for. The one thing that Samson's very known for is charging into that backline whenever he sees that opportunity. But it can be very 50-50 or very 50-50 sometimes
Hmm.
because sometimes he charges in, he gets a pin, and that's great. But sometimes he charges in and it just immediately gets eliminated. So we gotta see what exactly the type of Samson play that ends up coming in. Pie Ninja also getting knocked off that top there, which is really good.
Yeah, you know what? They basically did a Sombra scout run, try to sort of switch positionings, and look at this. They've absolutely switched where everybody's actually playing, and now it is actually Echo 6 here who are playing like that they're the defensive team, as they're actually just positioning themselves onto the point and force the repositioning back. Transcendence already coming out here for Otter Oxide, and now Jeffbot with a Transcendence on his own, he'll have the last trance here as he's going to be able to keep up his team, but members of OO already going down. It's only going to be Xavier left. He's going to go down, and that was a quick take here from Echo 6.
Yeah, Joffbot just saying, you have a trans, I have a trans, and then uses it and solidifies the point for the rest of his team, which is absolutely amazing. Also, D-Seals does have the sound barrier if they do want to use that soon. You also got to look at the other ultimates, Viper as well as Samson.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it looks like Otter Oxide here is already set up in first corner. They're ready to go, and now it's going to be a matter of how much space can E6 make for themselves, as it looks like the Diva had to bail. Samson gets taken down here, and that payload's not going to even make the archway. Big aggressive shatter here from Bull of Bulls. They're going to catch members of Echo 6 here as D-Seals is on that Lucio trying to make a run for it. He's going to be able to sort of hop around, and back into spawn they go, and I think it's spawn camping time here from Otter Oxide.
I don't know what it is about a payload, but E6 is just not able to push it, and they just struggle with it, and yeah, they're not able to really push on the first go at least. So if they want to try and do it on the second one here, that could be good. But I think the main problem there is that E6 ended up just diving a little bit too far away from that payload and got picked off very early on. But now you can see Bulls right in the front line there. Geoff already gets a pick.
Well, it looks like an EMP there from Pie Ninja as everybody's pretty much got caught in that. Big ults here available from Echo 6, but they're going to have to sort of pull back a little bit as they lost a couple of their supports. But basically everybody is up. D-Seals here is just waiting for Cheese Nips and Jeffbot to come back. And now they're back here, and they have a very, very large ult bank to work with. Expect fireworks here, Save, because it's going to be coming out here from both teams.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. You're going to see a lot of Diva bombs as well as the Reinhardt Zarya combo. We'll see when the grab ends up coming out. There you go.
Yeah, grab coming in. Bomb actually gets sent in the back. Just a lot of stuff sort of happening here. Bomb actually will catch Famsu, but there was a shatter that came in that stunned everyone, but not able to take out more than one person. Big shatter here comes in from Cheese Nips, and down go Otter Oxide. So Otter Oxide get wiped out here on their second point defense, as now they're going to get sent back to the far spawn. They're going to try to move this payload really, really quickly as they're looking for that Sombra, as Pie Ninja is going to have to bail. And now they're going to have one more fight here that they're going to have to deal with. It's going to be on the point B.
I believe this was as they're kind of reaching to that point where Otter Oxide was at when they ended up getting this third point. So, you know, good timing so far by E6, but they still have one more point to take, which can be a little bit hard. But they also need to secure this second point here. But Bird is going crazy.
Yeah, Bird actually with a big rocket there. Xavier with a boop onto Samson ends up killing him with it. And now it looks like Echo 6 having some serious issues here on this point defense. Viper, though, getting a kill, trying to see if they can keep with it. Big shatter comes in. It's not going to be able to catch anyone as Cheese Nips here trying to deal with Famsu. Maybe they can get a kill here onto the Zarya. Not going to be able to do so. Gets hacked, gets killed. D-Seals here is going to try to make a run for it. Not going to be able to do so. 2 minutes here on the clock, and that is a terrible position. That is the longest walk in Overwatch right there from point spawn to point B. Good lord.
It is definitely not fun. Like you were just saying, to walk all of that way. The other thing that kind of you kind of run into is that you do have to go into all of the other chokes, right? So regardless if there's a payload or not, you still have to defend this little section where they're at right now as well. Diva going on a little bit of a flank does leave the rest of her team wide open though. Samson.
Yeah, Samson getting picked off there is going to end that push pretty much quickly. Jeffbot gets Xavier here, but I don't know if they want to push their luck here. Cheese Nips is in the background, but Bull of Bulls goes down. This could be a trade that they're looking for. Looks like Bird here getting much, all the peel here. Finally gets taken down there by Viper as he's sent way into the air. Transcendence gets called out by Jeffbot here. They're going for it. Samson is back. Fire Strikes gets sent in. They're going to get this point as the rest of the members of OO are going to bail. What a push there by Echo 6. 2 minutes here on the clock to capture the point. They can capture it even in overtime. They're going to get a minute. So here we go, folks. 2:34 here on the clock, and Echo 6 playing for their playoff lives. They're going to try for the capture here as the defense is starting to get set up here from OO.
Yeah, OO trying to defend this little choke as best as possible. You already saw Pine go actually really, really low, but the EMP coming out.
EMP comes out here and comboed with everything else coming out from Otter Oxide. They're going to finish off the team. Diva Bomb actually gets sent down into the area, not going to be able to get anyone. Bird got killed, but that's only consequential. So 2 minutes here. 2 minutes to save themselves on King's Row.
Yeah, maybe 2 or 3 more pushes depending on how fast these fights are. But this one push is really going to determine a lot because you can see the amount of ultimates that are coming up from E6. You see Samson as well as Marcus, which is the 2 big ones. But as well, Diva nowhere close to getting her ultimate, so it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. We'll see what the grab can do in order to really push the team together.
Yeah, here comes, well, counter grab actually coming in, and Jeffbot having to pull out the Transcendence. Nano boosted Rhine here from Bowl of Bowls. He's getting pushed back. He's not doing the offense that he really wanted, but Pie Ninja and Famsu doing what they needed to do as Viper gets demeched here. E6 looking in deep trouble as 1 minute on the clock has expired. It looks like they're going to bail, try to get another push in. They maybe got 2 pushes at max here.
Yeah, it definitely won if they all stick together as a team. You saw Samson there wasn't able to use his ultimate because he ended up getting right into that front line. Definitely forgot that Xavier had the sound barrier and just completely denied so much damage from going through. Really good job by Xavier, but Famsu gets taken very low. There's the healing though.
Yeah, gets taken out. Oh, it looks like here a hack here onto Samson's got to be super careful. So Rally coming in from Cheese Nips, but Bird doing huge, getting the barrage in the background, getting both supports. That is deep trouble here. They have to make up their minds. Do they go or do they stay? They're sort of hanging out, waiting for the 2 supports to come back, but it's the 2 slow supports in the game, so they're not going to have any time to sort of wait for him. So Samson is just going to wait on the corner. I'm actually surprised Otter Oxide is playing this so passively. They realized that they could have maybe won it in and ended it right there, but instead, no. Marcus takes down Bowl of Bowls as they get grabbed onto the point, but nobody to sort of swing on them. EMP and a grenade comes in. Down goes the members of E6. That's going to do it. They're not going to make it knock on the point.
Wow.
We're going 5.
5 games. Here we go, baby. We're going the distance. But an amazing EMP to finish that whole entire team fight off. There was there was a little bit of a chance that E6 could have captured that point there and maybe moved just a little bit. But you also get to see play of the game. This Earth Shadow was beautiful, and a couple of boops there off the ledge was really nice as well to capture that point there for Otter Oxide. Nice job. But yeah, the EMP there coming off on the defense is really underrated sometimes. Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't matter what ult you have. Once that EMP comes out, you can have 6 of them, and it's not going to matter. And that's literally how Seoul Dynasty literally took out NYXL. It's like, you want to move slow? We'll move slow.
Yep.
So it's like, oh, and we'll just EMP you in the process. So out they go. So now, here it is, folks. We're down to 1 map. It's Nepal. Yep, and it's all for the taking here. Otter Oxide know what they need to do. Echo 6 definitely know what they need to do. So we're going to go in here. Both teams here are going to be just looking to see what lineup they're going to be running. Remember, it was Echo 6 who took Busan, but Nepal plays a little differently than Busan save. So this is not the same old control point that we saw earlier on in this match.
There's a lot of little things that Nepal can do that can mess a team up in a lot of ways. Definitely on at least the preview screen of Nepal, whatever that map was called, or this one stage it's all indoors, right? There's a lot of control points, and I think that Echo 6 is good at controlling a point for long periods of time. With pushing a payload, you're overstepping your boundaries a little bit. It's good that they ended up pushing that payload on the last map by 2 points, but definitely this is where, or at least control maps is where they really shine, and they ended up winning. Right, Busan, like you were saying before, but of course it is a little bit different with the different the different angles that you can take in order to get onto the different points. So we're gonna have to see how both teams really just get onto this or get into this.
Yeah, it's going to be won by the Lucios here. Nepal is a very, very important map, and if you have a good booping Lucio, especially in the Sanctum, that could win you a map. So
Mhm.
expect D Seals possibly to come out here, and Xavier going to be huge because you saw D Seals on the Anna before.
Mhm.
Expect probably D Seals and Xavier here to pull out the Lucios and see what they're going to be able to do. Both teams here are probably going to be talking with their coaches,
Yeah.
just making sure strategy, just trying to make sure everybody is set. This game is so huge for both of them. They do not want to mess it up. Trying to build up the tension here. I'm not exactly sure what
Mhm.
else I could say. Both teams know what they need to do, and it's
Yeah.
just going to be a minute here before both teams are going to be ready.
Yeah, I think originally E6 is coming into this with as the underdog, right? And as the other underdog, you don't feel any pressure, I don't think, at
Mhm.
least coming into a week like this where the most of the team is just is pretty happy with what they did this season, but if they can make playoffs, then that's amazing. All right.
Yeah,
So when you're facing a team like Otter Oxide, they're such a dominant name here in this league, and all of a sudden to see them being pushed to their limits over to a game 5, it really does mean a lot. And I think Nepal is good for both teams because on control maps in particular, we saw just a lot of team fighting going on, a lot of fights overall, as well as contention of the point. So I just love seeing what teams pull out on maps like this. Little strategies is definitely something huge that we have to look out for because when you're going to game 5, when you're pushed to your limit, it's like, all right, the pocket pick's coming out now. So
yeah. So here it is. Both teams here still taking the extended delay. I don't think either team thought that they were going to be in a map 5. So D Seals here, who is our lobby host from Echo 6, is just asking, making sure that both teams are ready. It looks like it. So it looks like interesting switches. Disappoint here actually being taken out from map 5. So it will be Litcat and Xavier going to be the supports, I think, here for Otter
mhm.
Oxide. So very interesting. They've been rotating all of their members
Traveling to Nepal.
relatively regularly here. So everybody here
Mhm.
getting a shot here for Otter Oxide, not deciding to go possibly with their strongest lineup. But you know what? I could be
Initiate
surprised. Maybe they want
match.
Litcat here on the Zen specifically, and maybe they know that they need Xavier here on the Lucio, or maybe they have a specific strategy on this map. So I'm not exactly sure,
Yeah.
but we're going to be starting here on Shrine. So Shrine is going to be the first map. So not very
Yeah.
there can be boops here, but it is all
Yeah.
about that center control and Rhine play. So that's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that I usually see, don't know if it's only in low elo, is some Pharahs,
Hmm.
because of how she can maneuver in these little areas, or at least the center area itself,
Ready
because you
for
can
battle.
you can fly either on the outside and just start shooting rockets into it, or you can fly right into the middle. And even though it's a little bit more risky when you're in the middle, it's definitely just some upper control that you can add for the rest of your team as well. And you can see Bird just starting off. I don't know if he's going to be like fully locking it in a sense, just taking it to the point, but we'll see. Right, they're still in the
5,
starting areas. I
4,
do like the
3,
how they're sticking
2,
with or at least
1.
E6, how they're
Round
sticking with the
1.
Sombra, because the Sombra's
Capture
really been
the
working
objective.
out for them and the rest of the team, as well as the triple tanks have been working out as well. Viper originally starting off with the DPS and then eventually went on over to the tank, and it's been really working out for the team.
Yeah, so it looks like here that Bird is going to go all alone here. No
Yep.
mercy onto the point. So because I think both teams realize that the Lucios are going to be super important here, as it looks like early charge here from Chiefnik. Viper takes down Xavier, big kill, but Jeffbot goes down. So both Lucios are down here. As I say that the importance of the Lucios on this map is very important. Viper getting team mech'd is going to be huge as Bird got hacked. So Bird's going to have to stay on the ground. She got taken down. More trades here, but Bullet Bowls has just been huge. Point control, though, initially will go to Echo 6. So it looks like they're going to get initial percentage here, even though they're going to end up losing this fight. So they're going to give up about 8%, 9%
Yeah.
for free. 10%. Ooh, double digits. Pretty big.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's more than 9, so it's definitely something you got to look out for. But you can easily see that percent rising over for them. But that's what I was thinking, is that how the heck did did E6 end up capping that point when they had multiple members in, and you saw the Zarya on the point, just trying to destroy multiple members. Cheese Nips just charging into the backline. Sometimes it's not what you want to do.
Yeah, he went a little too deep there. It's not exactly where I thought he was aiming. Bowl of Bowls here gets the recipient of the nano boost and decides just to go buck wild with the hammer, just taking out anybody that he sees, and sends Echo 6 back to spawn. So I think on the back of that sort of distance pause that Cheese Nips did, he didn't really mean to go that far. Opened up the fight and gave Otter Oxide pretty much a free win on that fight.
Yeah, Otter Oxide. Yeah, it was just very basic play, right? You capitalize the mistake, and then you end up just snowballing off of that, and that's what really ended up happening at the end of the day. But the Nano did catch a couple of people. Wait!
Oh, they get booped right into a Graviton as Rockets tried to come down here, but not going to be able to do so. Nobody actually goes down, so everybody's still alive. Cheese Nips, though, very, very low. He's getting really healed here, but Bird takes down Jeffbot, as now they're going to be trying to fight again. 2 kills here, 3 kills here from Otter Oxide, sends Echo 6 packing back to spawn. They've been dominant here on Shrine, 75%. Otter Oxide here, not taking any guff here from Echo 6, as now Echo 6 needs to find an answer to what's been going on here on the Shrine point.
Well, all I expect out of Famsu, and we haven't been seeing this out of Zarya's, is that if a fight prolongs to a certain point, I feel like Zarya should be just 100 to 0ing people sometimes, but Zarya coming through with the debuff.
Yeah, as it looks like they tried combo there, but Bird getting 3. She got everybody in the back. Overtime's going to tick down. Can anybody get to the point? No. Otter Oxide take first blood here, and they take it relatively easily here on Nepal. And my goodness, Echo 6 backs up against the wall here. They're seeing their automatic qualification slowly slip away, and we go into Village, which is another sort of friendly Bird map here. As you see Bird on the Pharah, she's going to be raining rockets in. What do they need to do? I don't know.
I have no idea. I should have an idea. I'm the color caster. But Bird, definitely when you have someone like this who loves to play such an annoying character, you gotta have somebody that's kind of assigned to him, right? Or her, my bad. You have to really look out for the Pharah and just say, you know what, take them out first, and then see what exactly we can do. And that's the one thing that E6 hasn't been able to do, is deal with this Pharah. Right now, their strategy is to deal with the rest and then the Pharah, and that's not really what you want to do.
Yeah, Cheese Nips there got booped out as they're basically trying to sort of fight onto the point. Notice where they're fighting on the backside of the point, not giving any angles here to sort of Bird to shoot rockets in. She's not going to be able to do that much damage. The charge comes in. Cheese Nips still alive here as people starting to get really low. Cheese Nips here was down to a sliver, is able to survive, and now it looks like E6 here is going to be able to win this fight. Hack comes in. Nano Boost comes out here from Bowl of Bowls, who got slept, got woken up, and is now trying to swing away, trying to save this point here. Famsu getting really low as Bowl of Bowls here is getting hacked. They just need to finish him off. Down he goes, and it is a win here for Echo 6. A very clean win as Viper actually gets 60% back to his mech. So now Otter Oxide here just basically need to fight on point and control this point here.
Yeah, Cheese Nips ended up making a very small mistake at the beginning of that fight, getting into the backline once again of Otter Oxide, and Otter Oxide not able to punish that, unfortunately. But when you allow the Zaryas to build up enough charge, it does a lot. Cheese Nips does miss the Earth Shatter.
Oh no, he's been nano boosted here. He wants to sort of swing at them. He can't. He got booped away. He could have built up another shatter in the time that he was there. He did. He got about 72% there. So now it looks like they're going to try to see if they can be a little bit more defensive. They're going to back onto the point and try to make sure that they can sort of fight onto the point. Diva Bomb gets sent onto the point here as they try to sort of boop away that Nano Reinhardt. Bowl of Bowls got taken out. Nano Boost does nothing. It does nothing. Cheese Nips takes down Xavier too, as it looks like they get grenaded. And now it looks like they're able to sort of push back Otter Oxide. 56% here on the control here by Echo 6. Looking good here on Village.
Yeah, just a little bit of a weird switch coming in from Bird, because she was doing so well on the Pharah, and then all of a sudden just switching on over to the Hanzo is I don't think the best idea for this comp in general. I think even just staying on the fair would have been amazing, just because of the lack of support. But Cheese Nips whiffs it.
Oh, Cheese Nips getting nano boosted here so that he can survive the dragon as he's basically swinging away. Not going to be able to do enough here. Marcus does take out Famsu, but they've lost their main tank, so it's stall time here, folks. Coming in from Echo 6, they realize they need to win this point. Big Shatter comes in, catches Marcus, catches both Viper. They're at 99. They can give this up. He takes out Pi Ninja, but I think this is going to be a take here for Otter Oxide.
Yeah, just going in for that little extra percent just to see if Viper could have gotten that mech. Wasn't able to just to stall any more time, but now they're going to start all the way back from 0. Otter Oxide is at least. They're going to start all the way back from 0. But Bird also coming up huge, right? Just a couple of kills there in that fight they were able to get, and it really just helped the team as well. The Dragon was huge in that fight. Cheese Nips once again going in by the EMP.
Yeah, being EMP as Cheese Nips can't do really anything as he was just sort of swinging away, trying to see if he can get anything. PLM gets taken down too, so back go Echo 6. They just need to take it a little slower here. Look at their ult percentages. They just need to make sure they win one fight. So maybe like if they could get into this fight, make sure that if they have ults, they can win it clean and then go into Sanctum.
Yeah, the one big thing about Reinhardt is that oh wait, the big dragon coming out, not going to hit anyone. But the one thing about Reinhardt is that he's going to use his Earth Shatter right now. That's a massive ult.
Yeah, he was, you know, Cheese Nips has just now found no joy on any of these shatters, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, Viper got demech'd here as they're trying to get back onto the point. As now, it looks like Marcus getting hacked, not going to be able to do anything. Cheese Nips here with the advantage on the nano boost. He's going to be able to swing away. Can he find a target? Not going to be able. He gets a charge in. EMP comes in again as now a bomb gets sent in. They have control of the point. Bomb gets sent off. Viper got 5, and they win the point as they forced off Otter Oxide. Oh my goodness. We're going to see that on the replay, but that's going to be that. We're going down to the wire as my camera work sucked in that on that play as I was not going to be able to get the bomb. But here it is, folks. An hour, 2 hours now. We've taken 2 hours to watch this map as it will come down to Boop City. We're in Sanctum. So now the players to watch here are going to be JeffBot and Xavier. If anybody can win these maps, it is going to be these 2 players. And for Echo 6, the playoffs are on the line here on this map. So here we go. PLM here still on the Sombra. Bird staying on the Pharah. People will play Pharah here on this map for the extra boop potential. So don't discount Bird up in the air, mispositioning all of the people here camping out on point. So it looks like here going for the long flank is E6 as they get met with Bowl of Bowls here on the Winston. They don't want to be too aggressive because they know they want to get sort of drawn out. So it looks like Bowl of Bowls here is just doing some early poke, trying to get some cleave damage as PLM here looking for anything he can. He's at 20%. Most of the members have dropped down below. Oh, here they come, coming out of the area, hacked onto Pi Ninja. Cheese Nips got booped. That's 1. Those were the boops we were talking about. Pi Ninja gets demech'd here as JeffBot and DCL supports here onto the point. They're going to end up taking out Xavier here as now is JeffBot and the Ana trying to see if they can take down Famsu. Famsu gets the bubble, saves himself. And Litcat with a huge grenade takes out JeffBot and Viper. And now a reset here coming from E6. Otter Oxide taking the early advantage.
I think Litcat ended up getting like 3 kills there at the end of that whole entire fight. That was insane. But you see an immediate change in comps here. Bird going back to the known pick as well. The Winston is huge with the Primal.
Yeah, Primal here takes out both supports, and E6 are in trouble. They're losing the momentum of this fight, and now, like, all of their players here have just been whacked around by an angry Bowl of Bowls. Viper here trying to sort of shoot around, probably should have just ran to the hole, try to reset with the team, but luckily for them, only at 40%. So now, reset time coming from E6, no comp changes, but ult's starting to come up, so here's the advantage. They need to win this fight.
Yep, Viper has his ult, Cheese Nips. We've seen a little bit of inconsistency from this player as well with the different ultimates and the timing. We gotta wait to watch if it's cracked, but Jeffbot just gets pegged very early on. That's not what you want to see from your Lucio.
No, not at all. As Bulls takes DCLs too. Bomb gets sent into the corner. Not going to be anybody there. As Bull of Bulls was able to jump away, 64%. But they're not getting any joy. They need to reset quickly here. This is turning into a bit of a stop. 70% here. Otter Oxide sending E6 back into the spawn. 75%. They've got their ults up. PLM has the EMP. They need this to win the fight. If they don't, this is going to be all 0-0.
Yeah, it's not really how you want to go out here on map number 5 when it's 1-1. You want a little bit of a game. And finally, when you're in your kind of last stretches, you've got to get onto this point somehow and just try and dive in.
Oh, Bird with a huge initial kill here onto DCLs, as DCLs was unable to get through. Sombra goes EMP, almost falls in the hole, but all the kills are going the way of Otter Oxide. This has just not gone the way of E6. E6 just not going to be able to get a footing here onto the point. PLM trying to get out on the point, gets eliminated. Overtime ticks down, and that is going to be that. Otter Oxide take the win, squeaking it out in 5 maps, taking Nepal here 2-1. Echo 6 have to wait on the results tomorrow of the Flashpoint Blazing Pegasus map to make sure they make it into the playoffs. But man, what a series.
Yeah, sometimes you do not want to rely on, you see that, whew, that Diva Bomb was sick, but you don't want to rely on another team losing, all right?
Yeah.
That's not a way that you want to go out or even get in sometimes, but I think the one thing that you can definitely kind of pat yourselves on the back is that you ended up going 5 maps, even 1-1 on the final one, versus the second place team that has barely lost any games. So kudos to E6, man. They put a crazy matchup here.
Yeah, crazy matchup there, and E6 and E6 there, like they basically fought tooth and nail. They wanted it so badly that, like, you know, they took Otter Oxide here, who was predicted by a lot of people to basically stomp. You know, took him to 5 maps, gave him a huge scare, and basically almost ruined their chance here of taking the top spot, because now, like, if Flashpoint get a decent differential and a win here over Blazing Pegasus, they will secure the top spot and the #1 seed in the Minors playoffs. So Otter Oxide not doing themselves any favors by going to 5 maps, do get the win, but it might be curtains on their #1 seed.
Yeah, definitely something huge that we have to look out for. It's a bunch of, or one big match is what we have to look forward to. I believe you just said tomorrow. So, you know, we just got to see what happens.
Yeah, so basically, like, if these standings are right, I think with only a +1, Otter Oxide actually have no chance. They do have a chance. They do have one more game they would need to play. So they are currently at 16-3, but at 41. Would need Flashpoint to lose to go to 16-4, and they would then need to win their last match in order to take the #1 seed. So that is going to be very difficult. But you're going to have Echo 6, who just lost this match, go to 8-12 with a -13 differential. This is where it gets a little hairy. So they lose 1 point. So Blazing Pegasus needs to lose 3-2. Well, they would need to win overall. First things first, they would need to win. But then that would be the only way they get into the playoffs. So that match tomorrow against Flashpoint is a huge one, and that will be here on the main channel, casted by somebody. I'm not exactly sure. Check your local listing. Check your local listings to see who your producer is going to be. It will be in the match announcements. But final thoughts about this save. Like, this was a hell of a match that we saw today.
Well, it's crazy because complete transparency, I had no idea about any of these two teams. So coming into this, I was like, you know what, just two Overwatch teams, we'll see what happens. And then finally a narrative and a story gets created over these 5 games, and it's like, holy moly, this was huge. And you look at it, and you know, Echo 6, they put up a hell of a fight. So you know, big kudos to them. But you know.
Yeah, you know what? They'll be kicking themselves on those escort maps. You know, it's just like they did really badly on Dorado, and then Kings Road just came up short. I mean, like, that's the thing. It's like we saw their weaknesses headstrong, and then, like, going in, Nepal was there for the taking, and unfortunately, it just did not go their way. So that is going to do it for us. Uh, Everybody in chat, thank the saved one. He did a fantastic
Oh,
job here
thanks,
in
guys.
color. So send out your kudos here. Send out your pog champs to both of these teams. They were absolutely spectacular tonight here. But that, I think, will be that. So Echo 6, if we see him again, it will be in the playoffs, but it will be determined in that match here tomorrow against Flashpoint and Blazing Pegasus. But that's going to do it for us. The saved one, thank you so much for
Hmm.
being my partner today. You've been
Thanks,
excellent.
man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. Looking forward to seeing him do more here in the Overwatch community. He's trying to get up there in the upper ranks. So let's everybody cheer him on and make sure that he can matriculate up the caster ladder that it
Yeah.
exists here in the Overwatch community. But that's going to do it for us. It is a final score of 3-2. Otter Oxide get the win here over Echo 6. But for the saved one, I am
Yep.
Hodohore. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a pleasure to call this game between these two spectacular teams. Catch this channel tomorrow for the big match in the Minors Division between Flashpoint and Blazing Pegasus. We will see you next time.